and then they're just doing some absolutely cringeworthy dancing. This guy seems into it. See, can't be trusted. I didn't queue up an interaction for 1 second and you're already yelling at each other. Gonna snap some pictures of the creepy house and maybe take a selfie with it if we can stay upright long enough to do that. Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel where I'm in a horrendous rush because I have to pack for a trip I'm leaving on tomorrow and I really want to finish this episode and I don't know how far I'm going to get. I'm about halfway through. Fingers crossed, we're going to see how far we get. The theme of today's episode is going to be reconciliation and making amends because Carmine has made a lot of messes in her life. A couple people messaged me or commented and said they really like the idea of Carmine and Marigold ending up together. Now I have to admit that is something that I've kind of had in the back of my mind for a long time, but I wasn't anticipating when I had that thought how much of a mess Carmine's life was going to become, how many wreckages she would leave in her path, and honestly, Marigold deserves better. So we are going to see if Carmine can get to a place alongside finishing, you know, her goals and her career, where maybe she could get the girl. Let's get to it. At the end of the last episode, Mac was invited to the Romance Festival, so we sent him, Carmine and Angel along, and it turns out the person that invited him was this dead old guy with no name, so we've just yeeted him out of the group real quick, and now Mac is tripping over his own feet to go drink some security with his crush, Angel. We have invited Queenie along for Carmine because I was wrong, we actually need to have 2 more girlfriends, and I feel like Queenie is kind of a safe bet and I kind of have an idea. I want to see if it works out. But for the meantime, we're just going to watch these little teenage dorks be dorky and not be good at flirting, but, you know, also just do their thing. I mean, really not good at flirting. They're not even sitting on the same bench. That is very The Sims, is it not? There's a lot of dead people here, to be honest, for a romance festival. But I guess, you know, ghosts gotta get some too. Mac, are you farting? I mean, you could try. I mean, you're not good at this stuff, but most girls don't appreciate wind. I mean, we have it, but we don't want to be seeing it on a first date, is all I'm saying. Carmine's trying to get some advice from the romance guru, but he gave her terrible advice last time, so I kind of got her to pie him off, and we are now going over to have a little chat with Queenie. I feel like Carmine would potentially ask Queenie why she was late to the wedding and also why she didn't seem super surprised that Carmine went through with it. And Queenie would probably try and brush her off with some sort of, well, marrying H would have been the smart thing to do politically, but honestly, you've never done the smart thing. You've always done your own thing. So I was surprised when you said you'd marry him, and I'm not surprised you didn't go through with it. And Carmine would be like, see, you know me so well. I mean, seeing as we know each other so well, why have we never dated? And Queenie's like, I guess you've always been with someone else, but, you know, in the spirit of the romance festival, you're cute, I'm cute, why not give it a go? We've always been such close friends. I mean, they literally have a maxed out friendship bar, so if good friends make great lovers, they could be something good, right? And then they're just doing some absolutely cringeworthy dancing. This guy seems into it, but Mac, wherever he is, staying far, far away from his mum and her colleague, stroke possible future girlfriend, stroke whatever the frick is going on. He's just boring the tits off this poor teenage girl. But we have asked her to be our girlfriend, and they have said yes. So, I mean, I guess at least our romance is going better than the 2 ladies in the background who are wearing the same outfit in different swatches and hate each other. And zoom back over to where Crimson's friend Cameo is just awkwardly standing in front of Carmine and Queenie, who are burping. This is a really gassy festival, and she's pulled some cannolis or something rolls out of her bag. I mean, honestly, it looks like an Arctic roll, but probably not. And we have gone in for a kiss, buoyed on by the spirit of the romance festival and the fact that this is really easy. Carmine once again going for what is directly in front of her, and Queenie once again giving in to her. I think she has like hot-headed or something, so she's just stamping her little foot. And we're going to ask Queenie to be our girlfriend to get up to 7 out of 8 romantic partners that we need for this challenge, and because, you know, it just seems the right thing to do in this environment. There's rose petals everywhere, there's romantic music playing, she's been there for us through a difficult time, and, you know, why not give it a go? We've never dated her. You gotta keep trying, right? And we close out the romance festival with Carmine and Mac's new girlfriend Angel drinking and singing a little song whilst Mac hangs out with his dead friend who, despite my best efforts, will not be denied. Why doesn't Mac date a dead guy? That's just a joke. The next morning, Mac's up bright and early to eat his pancakes and watch the Weather Channel. This just feels really on brand for him. He's such a cute little nerd. He's like, astronauts need to know what's happening with the weather. The atmosphere is very important for them. Look at his cute little face. But today we have plans. We are going to go over and see Mithra and Genesis because it's been a hot minute since we hung out with them. And as I said, I really want for Carmine to try and put to bed some of her past demons, which includes her horrifyingly negative friendship and romance bar with Genesis. If anyone knows how to get rid of a red romance bar without flirting with that person again, let me know, because I genuinely have no idea. Who is this kiddo? Oh, okay, it looks like Genesis adopted another kid. This is Josiah, I guess. Mithra's adopted brother, I guess our adoptive half-brother, although given that Mac and Genesis don't really have any sort of relationship. Oh, we're already fighting? Really? Come on, right, I'm going to have to micromanage the pants off this because I really want for them to not be having beef. I just want them to be neutral. They don't even have to be friends, but I just don't want them to be quite so furious with each other. It would be better for Mithra, it would be better for me, it would be better for everybody involved. So we are going to see what we can do. I'm going to just stack up small talk, harmless joke, just nothing too deep. Please don't get hit by a car. I know the cars can't actually hit people, but I find it a bit ridiculous that we have to have cars that... See, can't be trusted. I didn't queue up an interaction for 1 second and you're already yelling at each other. Was it because Carmine tried to flirt? That seems possible. But things are going in the right direction. I'm not going to show everything that happened here because we were here for several hours, literally making 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But we did manage to rack up some positive sentiments, some, positive spending time together ones, that sort of thing. And I think the festering grudge one has finally worn off. We're still not doing very well at getting that red romance bar down. I literally have no idea how to do that. I can't ask her to just be friends. That option doesn't seem to exist if you have red romance, but I just don't know. At least she is accepting our friendly interactions, it's something, it's promising. Now, Max probably had enough of being around small children and fighting mums, so we are going to let him go off and have a jog. He is a fitness-loving sim, which is good, because to be an astronaut you do need to be pretty healthy. So, we're sending him off around Oasis Springs to have a little jog. And we've once again found ourselves in the neighbourhood of the Weird Little Explorer's house, so I feel like given Mac is trying to impress Angel, and as she's not here, so we can't impress her by flexing our muscles or by sneaking booze into a science museum, what better way than via urban legends? So we're going to snap some pictures of the creepy house and maybe take a selfie with it if we can stay upright long enough to do that before continuing on our jog, because we are a little basic teenager, but a cute basic teenager. We're also going to pop down into the quarry because I would like Mac to get a first look at something he's going to have to do as part of his generational goals, which is get into this hidden lot. I actually haven't ever been here. I've seen it on a couple Let's Plays and I'm kind of excited to get inside. We do not have high enough handiness skill to be getting in just now, so for the meantime all we can do is have Mac notice it, check it out and be like, I wonder what's in there, and then pick up some collectibles. The rest of the day was honestly kind of a dud. I need to have one more gold date, so I sent Carmine and Queenie off to the Salt House in San Myshuno to have a fancy blowout dinner to celebrate the not getting married and the fact that they are maybe going to date each other, but no chefs and no servers ever turned up, so instead we had to go get street food in the flea market, which is very my vibe. But Queenie's a fancy lady, and honestly this kind of plays into the story I've had in my head, which is that as much as they're really good as friends, they don't actually have a huge amount in common. So Carmine is definitely the kind of person that would rather have street food, and Queenie would rather go to a fancy restaurant, and now it hasn't panned out. Like, Carmine's kind of super excited and Queenie's sort of, is there somewhere else we can go? They're both hanging out on their phones a lot, maybe because now that there's romance at the table, it's actually kind of awkward and they don't quite know what to do with it. Oh my god, Daisy is pregnant? We're going to have another little niece or nephew, how exciting. Another opportunity for Carmine to be nice to Daisy and try and get rid of that red romance bar and just make her a friend instead of an ex. And having got up to gold date territory, we're just going to end the date early because honestly they're both just standing there on their phones. It's been hours and I'm bored. So it went pretty well, but it wasn't sort of a standout date in terms of romance, and maybe not what Carmine was hoping for getting back on the horse after the wedding that wasn't. So I think for the rest of our Sunday evening we're going to focus on getting ready for a big day at work tomorrow, where hopefully we will be promoted to leader of the free world, or whatever the top of the politics career is called in this save. And Crimson has spread some juicy gossip about Curtis. Nice. Gossiping about your dead dad. Real classy, guys. We did also have Carmine do some cooking, so we got some food to go in the fridge for leftovers during the week, and we are just going to have some late night Yorkshire puddings, head to bed. Ooh, except Oriel's come over and he has a key. This is actually perfect because I do want to end the engagement with him. I'm hoping it won't be too dramatic. It's all been pretty low key with him. We definitely don't want to elope immediately, so we're just going to jump straight to it and find the ask to just be friends version. Because their whole engagement was kind of a misunderstanding, and they've known each other for years, and he's always had a key, he's always been around, he's always kind of just left the door open, both of them have, and they have now decided to cool off their romantic relationship. There's not any negative moodlets Carmine's end. He is feeling hurt, which is unfortunate. I didn't want to hurt him, but honestly he can't be super surprised. He's never been exactly the steady guy, but we will still apologise because we are trying to be mature about things and say, Oriel, you know what, really, really sorry. Things got really out of control recently, and yeah, I should never have said I would marry you. We should never be married. And with that done, we can go confidently to bed knowing we have done what we can. On Monday morning, everyone's woken up and is just actually doing normal stuff. Max having some breakfast, although he has gone for spicy noodles with chopsticks he can't use. And Carmine, for the first time in a really long time, is going to pop out and have a little jog, which is nice. Hopefully she can take some time to soak up the unpolluted and much brighter evergreen harbour that her politics and contributions to the community has helped to make, and feel good about what she has done. It's never just been about politics for her, it's about trying to make a difference, and despite all of her personal shenanigans and all of the things that have gone down, she has definitely made a difference in Evergreen Harbour. It's not gross anymore, it is nice and clean and bright and a good place to live and to raise a kid like we have. I sent her off to work and she got this opportunity. After years working as a statesman, she needs to make a mark by proposing a grand vision to reorganise the government. But she has to choose whether to cajole or hornswoggle. Well, hornswoggle isn't a thing, so I'm going to go with cajole because I just don't like the word hornswoggle. I mean, I like saying it, but I don't know what it means. Oh, and it was the wrong choice. We have lost 5 supporters, but I'm hoping that won't matter because we have already met all of the requirements to be promoted, and we are so close. So I'm really hoping that we can still get it done. We didn't get a performance loss, so Oriel wants to go on a date. Well, he got over us pretty damn quick, as we knew he would. Max come home with Angel and a school project, so we're going to have them work on that together while we wait for Carmine to get home and hopefully bring news of her promotion. Hopefully Angel is down with being very meticulous in our project work. She's back. We got a lot of money. Does that mean? Yes, we have been promoted. Is that not the top of the career? There's not been okay, there's a little song. I kind of thought it'd be more dramatic. We have been promoted to national leader. We make an additional $109 for $3.40 an hour. Nice. We've got a 5k bonus, some new clothes, and we work 1 less day a week. So all in all, that is nice. I'm assuming that's the top of the career. I'm sure I was on level 9. Yeah, so we're level 10 now. I miss when you could be president and you would get picked up in a chopper. That was fun, but we will take it. We have checked off another thing on our list of things to do for Rose Gen, and so now all we have to do is have one more girlfriend and get married as an elder. And with that in mind, we need to talk about what's going down with Queenie, because normally she would be the person we would talk to about our political success, but things were a bit weird on our date, and I don't feel like Carmine's necessarily feeling in a datey kind of mood, so who would she call? She called Marigold and be like, Marigold, I've got news, come over. And Marigold, as always, has come over because she is a sweet angel baby. So we are going to celebrate our promotion. I feel like something Carmine's always really valued about Marigold is that she's never treated her differently throughout the whole political thing. She's always just been proud of her and interested, but not judgy or anything. And also the advice of your oldest friend when you've accomplished what you've spent your entire life working towards, and then you're like, okay, well, what do I do next? What more do I want? What do people do when they're not trying to run the world? And what would you do if you were me? Honestly, I feel like Carmine's dying to know. Marigold is the only person she's ever known who hasn't really flirted with her. And after all of these years, it's not about the physical, it is about the personality. What is it about her? that Marigold isn't into. And Marigold's just said, you know what, I think you're good exactly how you are. That's always been my favourite. And then definitely laughing to try and brush it off, like, I didn't just say nice things about you. Nope, absolutely not. Just friends being friendly, doing friend stuff. Speaking of friends being friendly, doing friend stuff, let's check in on our little teenagers. We are making good progress on the project. We've got Cade over as well as Angel, because Mac is definitely still in that phase of, yeah, you've got a girlfriend, but your friends are as important to you, if not more so. And Angel maybe won't like that very much, but for the time being, they are working on some robotics, which despite not being Mac's main interest, is definitely going to be useful to him in the future, I would think. And then Cade's sort of like, oh, well, we're finished now. I guess I'm gonna go cry inside and leave you two to be gross out here. Mac's got a little bit of game, to be honest. He's getting some lovey-dovey bits in and then boring her by talking about his favourite show. I feel like Mac is the kind of person, he's like really into The Expanse, and she's just like, I don't like The Expanse, Mac. Stop talking about The Expanse, for goodness sake. And he's now feeling super embarrassed, but he's popped in to say hi to Marigold and his mum, and maybe we can have a nice... Oh no, she's yelling. I feel like this tends to happen anytime Carmine tries to flirt with her, or anytime anything like goes past the friend line. Marigold shuts it right down and she's like, no, stop it. It's always all fun and games with you. You're happy to like flirt and mess about, and I don't want to be part of your silly games. Leave me out of it, okay? And if you can't do that, then just don't call me. And she is going to head off, and Carmine's like, oof, all I did was ask her like why she wasn't into me. And Mac's like, my mother truly is the most clueless person alive. Also, he wants grilled cheese. I don't think I've made grilled cheese in Sims 4. I used to make it all the time in Sims 3, but I've never done it. Maybe at some point I'll do the grilled cheese aspiration. I figured, given Mac is having some romantic success, he might try and go and help his hopeless mother out. You know, maybe you should ask Marigold why she doesn't like it when you flirt with her. Like, what is going on with her? And Carmine's like, she's just not into romance. And I was like, Mac's like, but why? Have you ever asked her? Have you ever really like asked her about herself? And Carmine's like, huh, I raised a better person than I am, which truly is the truth. Floor definitely helped, and he had some just good vibes all on his own, but given where he came from, Mac is pretty well adjusted, if a little bit of a science brat. And due to time constraints beyond my control, we are going to have to end this episode there, despite being a little bit short, but hopefully you have enjoyed seeing Carmine actually make up for some of the bad crap that she's done, and you will join me in the next episode when we will continue to explore what's going on with Marigold and keep trying to undo some of our naughtinesses. Catch you in the next video. Bye!